Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, y'all? Tengu OJISAN back in the house. And tonight, we're going to be checking out MINDJUNKIE's 10 scary videos. That's spooky. You don't believe me? They are spooky. But anyway, I'll let you be the judge of it. Without further ado, hold on. Got to give my man MINDJUNKIE a round of applause for making this video. Hit it. Give it to me one more time. All right now, without further ado, let's look at this Jonski.
A family gathers to celebrate a birthday, recording what should be a joyful moment for their home videos. The birthday man prepares to blow out the candles on his cake while everyone sings. The room is filled with laughter and celebration as the camera captures the scene. But when the candles go out and darkness briefly fills the room, the camera records something that turns a happy memory into a nightmare. Watch closely.
I will. Oh, hell no. It's a face.
As the candles go out and the room falls into darkness, a face appears directly beside the birthday man. The family didn't notice anything unusual during the celebration. It was only when they watched this video later that they discovered what had been
Always
right
later.
beside him.
Sometimes later is too late.
The lake path near this uploader's home has a dark reputation among locals. For years, residents have reported seeing a woman in white wandering near the water after dark. They call her La Llorona, the weeping woman who lost her children near the water and now haunts these areas searching for them. Most people avoid the lake path after sunset, but Instagram
Kinda
user
tragic.
Educan Training Official regularly posts videos of his two protection dogs, Zeus and Thanos. He's walked this path countless times during his late evening
That's some
training
cool-ass
sessions,
names
and
for those
he never
dogs, man.
believed the stories until this night, when his camera captured something that made him a believer.
Espérate. ¿Quién es este? Oh, ¿Hay algo ahí? ¿Hay una persona ahí o qué es eso? Espérate, espérate. ¿Es una persona? Aquí, aquí. Thanos. Aquí, Zeus. ¡Quieto! ¡Quieto!
Zeus, Thanos,
¡Quédense ahí!
Infinity Stones,
¡Quieto ahí!
Kratos.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? ¡Quieto, Thanos!
Like just leisurely gonna walk
Quietos.
off.
As they walk along the lake path, both Zeus and Thanos suddenly become agitated. The dogs begin barking aggressively and pulling on their leashes towards something in the shadows. Then, from the darkness, a figure in white emerges. It moves slowly towards them before
Letting y'all know
stopping.
now,
Both dogs react with
if
pure
anything
panic, straining
can
against
scare
their
and
leashes as the
agitate
figure stands motionless. After
cane
several tense
corso,
moments, the entity retreats
run.
back into the shadows. Using his trained protection, dogs
Run.
reacted to this figure differently than they would to a normal
ask
human.
questions.
Whatever emerged from that darkness near the lake that night triggered a primal fear response in both animals. The local legend about La Llorona haunting this path suddenly didn't seem like just a story anymore. And Jesus, well, He hasn't returned to that section of the lake after dark ever since. But here's the question
Can you
that
blame him?
keeps people wondering. If even trained protection dogs were terrified of this figure, what would have happened if Jesus had been walking alone that night?
Oh, no. No, 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 no. No means no.
A man is relaxing in his living room when his phone alarm suddenly goes off. But he never set an alarm for this time, and when he checks his phone, the sound isn't coming from his device. Yet, it's unmistakably his alarm tone echoing through the room. According to him, a paranormal entity has been haunting his home for months, and it has a disturbing ability. It mimics sounds to get his attention. Voices, footsteps, electronic devices. The entity replicates them perfectly.
Even Siri? What the hell is that? What is that?
From the top right
You're
corner of the
recording
kitchen
instead of
doorframe,
hauling
the
ass?
face of something emerges. Whatever it is, appears to be peering down at him from an impossible position near the top of the door. The mimic entity successfully got his attention using his own alarm sound and revealed itself watching from the kitchen doorway. What else has it been mimicking without him realizing? And how long has it been watching him before it decided to reveal itself?
It doesn't matter. I'm moving. Yo!
Something has been trying to get inside Alexis Lachica's home for weeks. He's been experiencing unexplained activity around his property, strange sounds, objects moved, the feeling of being watched from outside. But what started as subtle disturbances has escalated into direct contact. Late one evening, while alone in his house,
No, direct
aggressive
contact
knocking
is not
erupts
allowed.
at his front door.
We are not friends.
Alexis knows he should ignore it, but something compels him to answer.
Why would you go outside, man?
Alexis opens the door to find absolutely no one standing there. The porch is empty and the street is quiet. Whoever knocked with such force has completely vanished. The incident leaves him unsettled, but he dismisses it as a prank until it happens again days later.
Don't just open doors!
Never open the door. Don't you watch horror movies? He done let the damn thing in. Is it?
The same knocking erupts at his front door once more. Alexis
It's gonna be like,
immediately
this is
rushes to
bad, and just
answer
throw
it,
shit in the
but
trash.
again, no one is there. Whoever or whatever knocked has disappeared without a trace. The pattern is clear now. Whatever is outside isn't trying to scare Alexis. It's training him to open the door. And one day soon, when he opens it out of reflex, something will be waiting on the other side.
It's probably already on the other side.
Macallan Horror Nights operates one of the most notorious haunted attractions in the region. The business markets itself as the scariest experience you'll ever have. But what management doesn't advertise is that the scares aren't all manufactured. Staff members have reported unexplained activity for years, props moving on their own, and disembodied voices echoing through empty rooms. But one of the creepiest is the feeling of being watched after closing.
What does
And
disembodied
most of the
mean?
employees refuse to work alone after dark.
I know what
On
disembodied
this
means, but I'm
particular
kinda
night,
trying
one
to figure out
employee
what
is closing
does
up and
disembodied
preparing setups for
voice
the next day's
mean.
tours. She's walking through the back room where mannequins and props are stored. The security camera captures what happens next.
What is that, a blow-up doll of Michael Jackson?
I'm
yeah.
out!
Yeah.
As the employee approaches one of the mannequins, its head subtly shifts position. She notices the movement and freezes, staring at the figure. Then the mannequin's head turns completely and the employee panics and runs from the back room in horror. Security footage confirms no one else was in the building at that time. No strings, no mechanisms, no explanation for how a static prop moved on its own. Visitors have started questioning whether the scares are part of the show, or if something genuinely haunted has taken up residence among the props and costumes.
I mean, if she worked there and she haul ass and it's legit.
Reddit user SevereTel2254 has been experiencing escalating paranormal activity in his home for months. It started with lights flicking on and off while he was on video calls with his long-distance fiancée. Then objects began falling from cupboards on their own, always the same items. He started feeling cold drafts moving through his home, despite all windows and doors being closed. The activity intensified when he travelled to Canada to visit his fiancée. She woke up multiple times to find him sleep-talking in what didn't sound like English. When she tried to wake him, he would immediately start snoring as if nothing happened. After returning home, the activity reached a whole new level. He heard knocking on his back doors and footsteps moving through his house at night. While walking to the bathroom, he saw a shadow figure standing in his hallway. He quickly grabbed his phone and captured an image. Here's what he photographed. The photo shows something peeking from behind a doorway. Using his phone's exposure settings, whatever it is becomes more defined. But when he turned on the lights, it vanished instantly. Apparently the next morning, he discovered something that confirmed this wasn't just a visual phenomenon. Fresh markings had appeared on his body overnight. The marks remained visible throughout the day. Now, after uploading this to the subreddit Paranormal, users were pretty divided. Some believe it's real, and others, well, they aren't too sure. But what do you think this is?
Typical. You never believe it until it
TikTok
happens to
user
you.
Steph Wren posted footage that has left paranormal investigators debating its authenticity. A woman and her friend are casually buying breakfast at a local market. One of them decides to record a quick video of their morning routine, and nothing about the moment seems unusual. But when they reviewed the footage later that evening, they discovered something that made them question what had been standing near them.
Just want everyone to look at this. Just want everyone to look at this.
A faint voice can be heard whispering. And neither woman heard it at the time. But here's what disturbs the women most. They were completely alone in that section of the market. Whatever spoke those words existed in a frequency the human ear couldn't detect in real time. But modern recording technology captured it perfectly. Now, here's the question viewers keep asking in the comments. Was this entity trying to warn her about something that was about to happen? Or was it threatening what it had planned to do to her? Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Good question. I mean, unless she's really bad at eating
Instagram
food.
user Noah Nafferson made a decision that most paranormal experts would strongly advise against. He purchased a replica Annabelle doll. For those unfamiliar, the real Annabelle is a possessed Raggedy Ann doll locked in a glass case at the Warrens Occult Museum. Replicas of this doll have a
Where should be
disturbing
thrown at the bottom
reputation
of the
for
ocean.
attracting genuine paranormal activity. Noah Nafferson keeps his replica displayed in a glass cabinet in his kitchen. Yeah. He claims the doll has been causing unexplained disturbances since he brought it home. Well, no shit. On October the 5th, 2025, his security camera captured something that validates his claims.
You got it in the kitchen with you and the kiddies, man. What the hell? It's just dumb. Yeah, let's just look at it instead of haul assing. There you go. A little late.
The footage shows the glass cabinet door suddenly opening on its own. Inside sits the Annabelle replica.
Brought it on
positioned
your
as if watching the
veil.
room.
Why would
No
you
one
have
Nafferson
that thing
notices
in the
open
kitchen
door
with you?
and approaches to close it. But as he gets closer, objects on the nearby table begin moving without any physical contact. Realizing
If you're gonna have
something is
that, at least put it in the basement or
actively
something, or
manifesting in
attic.
front of him, he immediately flees the kitchen. The Annabelle doll, though, remains in its cabinet, motionless, but clearly not powerless. Paranormal investigators have long warned that replica spirit dolls can act as vessels for entities seeking physical form. By inviting an Annabelle replica into his home, Noah Nafferson may have given something permission to attach itself.
A lot of y'all would have that doll in your house too, wouldn't you?
Conference when
Yeah, I
something
know your
happens
guys.
that his colleagues refuse to believe. He's been
Thanks,
assigned to
kid.
room 237. On his first night, he wakes up at around 3 a.m. to find a pale woman sitting at the edge of his bed. The woman doesn't move. She just stares directly at him with hollow eyes. He freezes in terror, unable to move or speak, but then she fades into the darkness. The next morning, he tells his work colleagues about the encounter, but they don't believe him. They dismiss it as a nightmare or sleep paralysis. However, when he returns to room 237 the following evening, that same feeling of dread washes over him. Determined to prove he's not imagining things, he pulls out his phone and starts recording.
I arrived in the hotel of Lucknow.
As the camera passes by the
None
mirror,
for me, thanks. I'm driving.
something appears in the reflection. The pale figure is clearly visible.
Oh, no,
However,
no,
just seconds
nope.
before, there was
Nope.
no one where this figure is now seen. The footage
Yeah, I can
he
see that.
captured proved his colleagues wrong. He wasn't hallucinating, and the hotel has never officially acknowledged the hauntings in room 237. But staff members know the truth. That pale woman has been sitting on that bed for years, waiting for guests who don't know they're sharing the room. Danny Ortega has been experiencing an unsettling feeling in his apartment for weeks. The feeling of being watched from outside his window. At first, he dismissed it as paranoia, but the feeling grew stronger each night, always coming from the same direction.
Look, I'm not gonna
and
make a
always
videotape
when he was alone.
of
His
the
apartment is
situation
located on the
just to
second
prove
floor
to
of an
people that
older
it's
building.
happening.
No fire
It's
escape,
happening to
no
me.
external
It's real.
structures, nothing that would allow someone to peer inside. Yet, that feeling of eyes watching him from beyond the glass never went away. One afternoon, while sitting in his room, something finally confirms that his instincts were right.
Ey, qué
I'll
pedo.
prove to you something, that I'm the
No menciones
fastest
eso.
fat man on the planet.
Qué verga. O sea, cagado. Muy cagado. Es que estoy en un segundo piso.
The footage clearly shows a human-shaped shadow passing along his curtain. Danny immediately goes to the window to investigate, but when he looks outside, there's no one there. Some viewers suggested it could be a neighbor's shadow cast from a rooftop across the street, so Danny posted a follow-up video showing the outside of his apartment.
La sombra se vio hace ratito y ya no se ha visto como en un minuto o algo así. Y no hay nadie construyendo ni nada. O sea, no hay nadie en ninguna azotea. Nada. Absolutamente nada. Tampoco hay nadie en la calle.
Danny films the view from his window in daylight. There are no rooftops at the correct angle to cast shadows on his curtain. No construction workers, no people on the street below. Nothing that could explain what he captured on camera. The shadow moved as if someone was walking directly outside his second floor window, in a space where no human could physically exist. Paranormal experts who analysed the footage suggest this could be a sentinel entity, a spirit, bound to the location, patrolling the boundaries between worlds. Others believe it's an entity that feeds on fear, appearing just long enough to provoke a reaction before
I moved
vanishing.
because of
Danny
this.
has been advised to ignore
Don't be
any
scared.
future sightings
Don't ever be
and
scared.
avoid attempting contact, because entities like this need attention to grow stronger, and once you acknowledge them, they know you can see them, which means they'll keep coming back. Thanks.
All right, y'all. I hope you liked that one. I did too. Very interesting. Another round of applause for my man Mind Junkies for that incredible video. Well, this is your boy, Tengu. We're about to bounce up out this piece. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's enjoying themselves and relaxing. Hope everybody is getting everything that they wanted, that they need. In the meantime, I'm checking it. And see you at the next cool video.